Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ice and Bean podcast. It's us back at it again, your constant co-hosts, Maddie J, Drake G, and Colton D. Colton just worked out, so he's flexing for the camera.
Oh my gosh.
We're trying out this new little video thing at the beginning so you can see our faces. We love you and appreciate you for being back with us.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, guys, how's the week been going so far?
Can I just say,
Yeah.
now that you can see my face,
Oh yeah?
I'm trying to look like Omni-Man from Invincible. So, yeah.
Yeah,
is
Omni-Man
the new-
Omni-Man checks out.
The new goals.
Yeah, squad goals for sure.
Week's bad.
Week bad.
Lots of bad things
Lots of
happen.
bad things happening
It's
on the
fine,
week.
though.
That's absolutely okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sad.
That's the way she goes.
That's just the way it is.
Yes.
But not any more than that.
Truth.
Because we don't want to do the CRIGHT strikey thing. Anyway.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, gotcha.
Can't sing too much. Can only sing a little bit.
Only a smidge.
Less than 10 seconds.
And very out of key.
Very out of key. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same.
Never get us now.
No.
Immediate.
Can't find us now.
Immediately.
Oh, man.
CR strike. Let's
No.
go.
Yeah. Week's been good, though, for me, guys. How about you guys?
It's been a pretty good week, to be honest, for myself.
Sad.
Feels real bad.
Sorry. Colton.
I'm not laughing
I'm having a
at
great
you.
time.
I'm not
It's
laughing
the
at you. I'm laughing
experience.
at the experience.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine.
No. Are we just to start things off properly here? We're not wearing the same socks today. I apologize.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty offended.
The sock check is...
I'm actually really offended.
Lacking.
Sock checks are not there.
Drake's not wearing the same socks either.
No.
Well, I
It's gonna
never
be a
have.
bad podcast.
I'm keeping up.
No,
with
you
my
always-
Three
tendencies.
times.
You always have the black ones with the gray bottom.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
true.
mean?
No,
Yeah.
it's Hundo be true.
Sugar
Here's the thing, guys.
plums.
It was a spicy week for me. I just got back from what's the place called? The Cheeky
Neighbor.
Neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Is that the place we went to for brunch?
yeah. There was a burger shop there before.
I don't remember what
Was
it
it?
was.
Oh, it was Relish.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that is
and
where
it didn't
Relish
do very
was.
well because
Yeah, I
Relish
forgot
doesn't
about that.
compete. So
Yeah.
sorry, R.I.P. Relish.
I completely
But,
forgot that place existed.
But yeah, it was Relish before, and it's a little small, but it was a vibe today. The food was incredible. They didn't have onion rings, which was sad. I got the barbecue chicken po' boy, and they didn't have those, but they broke out the special emergency tater tots for me, which is not normally a menu item, but they were spicy.
Nice.
We love that.
They were delicious. Yeah, and the barbecue chicken was cooked perfectly. It was still juicy, but it wasn't too overdone. So I was feeling it was dark meat, so it was a little more forgiving, but really happy with that. Shout out to everybody that was at brunch with us today. But it was really good. I would definitely go
I
back.
like your chicken sandwich. I think that's what I had.
Yeah, and I got the chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
How was
they're
the
good.
waffle? Because I was
Really
eyeing
good.
it, but then I was like, oh, po' boy feels like today.
Super good. And I did I did one of their other sandwiches, but I can't remember what it was. It's been a couple of times now. But
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't capture it for the Instagram, but I left my phone in the car. But
that's
I got you may or may not know that this is a podcast about coffee. I drink a lot of it, and I had already had 3 cups today when I sat down. And everyone was like, "Coffee, coffee, coffee," and me is like, my eye is twitching because I've had so much caffeine. I was like, "Can I get a hot chocolate?" And he was like, "Yeah, I can hook you up with a hot chocolate." So they made me a hot chocolate, and it came out in this like really tall, beautiful vase-like glass with whipped cream on the top and a straw and some cinnamon. It was delicious.
very nice.
I was feeling the vibes. We were on the boardwalk. There were a couple of wasps. That's the only detractor. The we were fighting today about whether or not, and you can please come at me in the comments about this if you're listening and you disagree, but the modern musical Hamilton by Lin-Manuel Miranda, we were debating who the true villain is of it. And I'm like, Thomas Jefferson's the villain. He's like, he's from the South, keep ranting. We know who's really doing the planting.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like no
Alexander
one in our
Hamilton?
comments section is going to have an opinion
No,
on this.
see, you just have never watched it. You don't know.
Yeah, you're
but Thomas
right.
Jefferson is
Neither
he's
have
the
they.
villain. He's the villain in the show.
Okay, I believe
Anyway,
you.
so but my friends think one of my friend, shout out Johnny, thinks a little bit differently. That being said, though, I think that he is the villain.
Can I ask you a question and do you a complete non-injustice?
Yeah,
You're only a few years older than us.
only a few.
But are you like my generation, which I think is different than yours?
For sure. It definitely
Marginally?
is. Yeah, for sure.
If a waiter or waitress says they don't have onion rings,
Yeah.
like I would be like, oh, sorry. Like that's just the automatic response. Are you like, what can you do for me? Like, are you that generation where you're
Yes,
like, I'm
am.
gonna talk to this waiter and see what I can get out of him?
I'm not. I didn't try and get anything out of him. I just. I definitely didn't let him off the hook easy. I
Yeah.
made a few faces and was sad, and I
Yeah,
may or
see,
may not have
people
said "oh no"
people
a couple
my
of
age,
times.
they'll be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry
oh
for
God,
the inconvenience I've caused you because I asked for onion rings."
No, it's on the menu though. They should stock them.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but either way, no.
Am I wrong?
No,
You're my age.
no,
I
no,
apologize for
yeah.
things I should not
No, I
apologize
completely
for.
agree.
I give him. I definitely give him a little bit of
You're,
a time.
You're actually coming off the counter there,
Oh, is that
friend.
what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little continuity stuff for the people who can actually see this happening live.
Technical difficulty for anyone who's.
We almost had a mic just
fall.
literally yeet itself off of our countertop.
Vaguely jump for freedom.
Yeah. No, I think it's also just because I've worked like kitchen experience too. Like, I just have different opinions when it comes to going to places. Like, I'm just like, I will be the least inconvenient as possible.
I don't know. I'm too nice.
Yeah, it's fair.
The meanest thing I do is if I get bad service, I quietly don't tip. Or
Yeah.
I never don't tip, but I give like 10% instead of like 18.
Yeah.
And
No.
it is directly based off of like, I don't know, the server's service.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
For sure.
I also don't tip when it comes to like Subway and stuff. They've added tip options, and I'm like, dog,
Yeah.
you're just kind of
fast
throwing a
food
sandwich together in front of me.
Feels a little weird.
Yeah,
But, like, I respect
Is it custom? Here's the thing: are you making a custom sandwich at like a bespoke sandwich? You know, there's a difference between when you go to Moore's,
Yeah.
and you put on a suit that you just pull off the counter, pull off the rack, throw it on, call it an afternoon, or are you going to a bespoke tailor? I'm tipping the bespoke tailor. I'm not tipping the guy at Moore's. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I walk out feeling like I'm Harvey Specter from the popular hit TV show Suits, then you're getting a tip. If I don't walk out feeling like that, you're probably not going to get one.
Yeah,
Are you more of a Mike Ross guy? Is that what you're?
I've never seen Suits.
Oh, Sag.
Oh, it's a good show.
You have to
Sag.
understand, I didn't watch much TV in my lifetime.
That's super fair.
like movies. Name any movie I haven't
Sure.
seen it probably.
That's Sag. It's all good though, man. I'm missing out on a lot of like things that people call like super, super popular. Like I'm missing out on a lot of that too, so not to worry. Yeah, but I mean, it was good today.
Good. Love that.
I played 18 holes of frisbee golf. The craziest thing happened. So there's a tournament this weekend at the Hammonds Plains Disc Golf course, and it was spread between Hammonds Plains Disc Golf and Chester. And the course was frozen from 8 to 4 to facilitate the tournament. So we went out around 4:30, messaged the guy a couple times. He said, yeah, you're 100% good to go. Tournament's over at 4. So we got there at about 4:30. Me, shout out Johnny and Jacob. We had one of the best rounds that I think we've ever played. But we get there, and so Johnny has this guy, he has a coworker whose husband is really into disc golf, and he's got like sponsorship from Chain Reaction, and he's kind of like one of their brand ambassadors and stuff like that, and he's helping people play. He drove Johnny home once and was like, Johnny, if you ever want to play, let us know. We roll up, and he is there finishing his rounds from the tournament. He says, hey guys, what are you guys here? You guys gonna tee off now? I'll join you. He plays with us and is like the most god tier play in comparison to us. I'm sure there are people who are better and worse, but like he played in the men's over 50 and did pretty well. He like coached us through the whole time and talked us through everything. And we played probably, like, I know this sounds bad, but like I probably shot 10 over.
Do you typically
Overall?
shoot 10 over?
No, I would typically shoot like 20 over.
Is it the same as regular golf
It
score-wise?
counts the same as regular golf.
Because
Yeah.
I played like 13 years of regular golf, so I understand.
Yeah. We need
cool.
to hit the course sometime together because I played, I didn't play, but I got like actual professional training and stuff
I'd
like
have
that.
to rent clubs.
Would you? I have
Yeah.
clubs. You can We could share my clubs.
Can a
For the
complete and
same
utter
handed.
noob who's always wanted to play golf come with the people who know?
course.
Be
Cool.
prepared to get frustrated.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine.
God.
I'm here for
There's
it.
so many people who are like, golf's the easiest sport in the world. And I'm like,
No.
come swing at a ball.
I was
Swing
meant
it
to
up,
go
swing
this
it up.
summer.
I'm
and that
actually
just-
still terrible, to be honest.
I can
Oh,
still,
that's fair.
okay, so I've went to a few driving ranges and I can still hit it like 300 yards. But when it comes to like chipping onto the green or putting, I'm going to be trash.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's the opposite for me. I can't control a drive to save my life. Like you'd be better off to put me like I would shoot a better round using nothing higher than a 5-iron than if I broke out my woods.
I'm definitely inconsistent, like with the quality of my shots.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna see me hit the exact same shot every single time.
Fair enough.
But like my iron game is pretty good. Like
Yeah.
like I would say 5 and up.
Yeah.
Like if I'm 100 yards out and I pull out a 9-iron, I can get it 2 feet from the pin.
Yeah.
If I hit a good shot.
Nice.
But
Yeah, for me it's so I'm right-handed, so it's a slice, right? When the ball curves to the right. So I cannot straighten out that slice.
if we go together, I can show you some tricks.
I'd love that.
There's just it's all about like foot placement and like club face angle
Yeah.
off of like start swing back, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
Just-
I definitely would be open to some actual golf coaching. I went to one driving range this year and that's it, which is really sad. But because we played a lot in last summer, but pandemic was kind of spicy.
I had a
so.
coach out at White Point back home.
Oh,
And
a coach at White Point.
yeah, shout out Dave Kenshed. I think he has a 4 handicap. So
Wow.
he's like
Oh, he's
legitimately
good.
like pro.
Wow.
Like obviously not as good as pros, but like
Could play on the
fair.
tour.
Like if he goes into the tournaments in
Yeah.
our local scene, he would place like top 2, I would say.
Wow.
And there
Yeah.
was another guy, Mr. Potty. I think he had a 3 handicap. So they were
Wow.
ridiculous.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could get my drives down, man, I would be pretty. I think
We'll see
I
what
think
we
I would
can
do pretty
for it.
well.
Let's
yeah.
go hit a driving range sometime. There's
I
a
mean,
bunch
like
in the city.
in the next. So you know the one that's on top of Maine.
Mm-hmm.
So before they bought all that out for condos, and there was the pitch and putt behind there.
Yeah.
I played that death out of that because it was like $12 a round or something
Mm-hmm.
like that, and it was only 9 holes, and that's why I'm so good because all I did was pitch and putt.
Mm-hmm.
And as a kid, I never took out the driver on that course because you weren't allowed. So I think that's kind of why maybe I don't strike as well.
Mm-hmm.
But anything that's like inside of like 2.5 feet away from my body, I feel like I can strike really, really well.
For a little while. Sorry to keep talking about golf. You
I'm,
have zero input on
I'm
this.
super intrigued. I've always wanted to play and just never had the opportunity to.
When I lived in Falmouth with my old friend,
Yeah.
which would have just been like last summer,
Mm-hmm.
they had a driving range out there that was
Oh.
like 250 yards long or so,
Okay.
and you could go out and they just had clubs there,
Mm-hmm.
and you could pay $5 for a bucket of balls,
Yeah.
and it was like 40
Wow.
balls.
That's
so
cheap.
so I'd take $10 down every single day for the whole summer as long as it
I
wasn't
mean,
raining,
that's
and just
sick.
take a random driver from the little station there, and it was like a trash tier driver. I was driving it like 300 yards
Wow.
in the air.
That's
so
dope.
I know
You're
that I
hitting the
can
net
hit a
on the
pretty
backside, yeah.
I know I can hit a pretty long ball.
I don't know. I think I could probably without a crazy slice. Like I'm still gonna slice, but without a crazy slice, I think I could drive the ball about 180 to 200, like, and place the ball consistently. But if I try to actually go long, like I could just do that with an iron.
All
right?
of the people that I know that are good golfers don't kill it on the drive. Like
Yeah.
they hit like 250. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, but they're swinging with like way less power because it's way more accurate, and
Yeah.
they prefer to drive it straight down the fairway 200 yards than like off to the side of the fairway
sure.
300 yards. And that's where I'm at. Like I just swing hard and slice a little because I like seeing the ball go far.
Yeah, fair enough. One of your crazy stories. So I was at the driving range not this summer, but the summer before, and I was doing basically 10 balls a club. So I started with my 9, and I was working my way back up, and I was on my 4. So I had my 4-iron out, and I was on one of those modular tee pads. They're not great quality up at the top of Maine, but they're still available. It's still good enough to hit a few
So
balls
is that
on.
driving range still a thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely go to that one. It's only a few minutes from here.
It's the one if you're taking the back roads into Bears Lake, right? That's
Yeah.
the one I'm thinking of. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that one.
Yeah.
That we drive right past.
Can we go
It's near that
soon?
really
Yeah, we can go
super
very soon. But
fancy
so anyway,
subdivision.
so I'm up on that one, and it's got like modular pieces where they like slot in, so you can pull them out and
Yeah.
replace them as they
Yep.
get beaten up. But one of them was just a little bit too high. And so I'm like full wind up swinging with my 4-iron. So like trying to get like close to 200 yards. And like I'm way up high, bam. And I like really made solid connection. Like it felt good. My hips were turning and everything. And I just clipped the edge of it first. And the loudest sort of like happened. And I came right through and my club head went
Oh no!
like 30 feet out into the into the grass. I had to like hold everybody up and ask them to stop, and I retrieved it,
Yeah.
and the club's dead.
I've
But
seen some wild things happen at driving ranges.
yeah, fortunately, I don't use the 4 very much in my play, but it was sad to see it go. I got those clubs when I was 18 from my mom, but I'm due for a new set. I'm just watching. You gotta kind of watch. I don't want to buy firsthand.
My last golf comment is one time I pulled out a 4-iron at like 200 yards and got it like a foot from the pin. It was like the best shot I've ever shot. I was
That's
like
insane.
14 years old.
Yeah, and I want that 4-iron 200. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's how I'm shooting consistently at 200 with a 4-iron.
That was a once in
only
a
way.
lifetime shot. Like if you've ever been golfing, like if you hit it just right, you can hear like the air flowing around it. It's like
Yeah.
and like as it flies away. And I did that and I watched it go and I was like, ooh. And you know how if you hit a good 4-iron shot, it like elevates, it doesn't go straight up.
Exactly.
And like it did that and I was like,
oh,
that was like the most satisfying hit of my life.
yeah. No, we'll definitely go, and I'd be happy for you to come. The more the merrier. It's one of those things where like, especially with disc golf too, like you guys could come play. But like I was gonna, like meeting Scott, so the guy that was at the range that just the course that just showed up and like played around with us and helped coach us. We came out so much better just with his sort of couple pointers here and there. But with Scott being there, like he is all about just onboarding new people to the sport and like making it feel fun and that kind of thing. So like I'm like feeling really cool.
I am definitely of the mindset currently, like the more activities that I can do, like because I've just been doing a whole lot of nothing.
Me too, man. Me too.
So like if we can actually do that, I would love to go do golf, whether it's going to a driving range or actually going to a course. I think that would be a lot of fun. And also disc golf.
So A, you don't have to say yes. B, are we playing disc golf this afternoon?
I mean, I've got to do laundry, unfortunately.
Disc golf?
Sad.
No.
Sad.
I'm not going to just go out and spend $20 to do a round of golf where I'm horrible.
Oh, it's free. It's $0 cost.
Where is it?
It's in Hammond's Plains. It's on the Hammond's Plains Road. It's only like 20 minutes from here.
You have fun.
Why don't you want to go?
I'd go. I don't know. I just know I'm going to suck at disc golf.
Yeah.
Well,
So, can you throw a frisbee?
Sometimes.
Yeah. That's all you need to do is throw a frisbee, and we'll learn the rest. All right, you teach me how to golf, and I'll teach you how to disc golf.
There you go.
Okay.
Deal.
And also,
I'm actually not that bad. My form's not that bad. It's coming along.
You
quite
just
a lot.
you told me you move your hips when you swing, so I know it's bad.
Huh?
You're not supposed to move your hips when you swing.
In golf? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you turn your hips a little bit.
A little tiny bit.
A little bit.
But you're like, my hips were going into it. And I'm like,
My
you
hips
don't
were
wanna feel
turning
that.
over.
It's all about the shoulders, not the hips.
Disagree. Get roasted.
Dave, come roast him in the comments.
Oh,
Roast
God.
me in the comments, Dave.
I
I don't know.
don't remember.
How was your week? Drake?
Oh no, my
'Cause
week
we've
was
been
good.
chilling the
No,
whole
it's
time.
fine. Yeah, no, it's good. I'm just trying to think what else has happened. I'm starting a new job.
Hey,
literally
hey.
tomorrow, which is pretty cool.
What? Without saying where you're going to work, because that's weird.
I was thinking about
Is it
that.
weird?
I think so.
It's a little weird.
I don't
yeah.
want to dox myself.
No, you can't dox, and you can't implicate the people that you work for.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why I'll talk about the industry that I'm in, but I won't talk about where I work.
Correct.
So yeah, what are you gonna do?
I'm going back into kitchens.
Hell
it's been a
yeah!
hot
Is that why
minute.
your knife sits
It
by the
is,
door?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Just getting ready for the big day.
Did you
Get
sharpen them?
I haven't really been using them that much this summer, so
Gotcha.
like the last time I sharpened them, they're still quite good.
Sick.
Plus, I'm not bringing the whole set with me because I don't think I'll need all of them.
Truth.
Just based off of the menu that we have. But if I need more, then I'll just grab extra knives and bring them with me.
Yeah.
But I should be all set. But yeah, no, pretty stoked. Nervously excited because it's been
For sure.
It's been
1 week.
it's been like 2.5, 3 years since I've worked kitchen.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a little bit rusty
You'll
off the
be
start, but
fine.
I just saw you
Once I
want
get
to
back
sing
into it.
so bad.
Yeah, I do want to sing, but can't get that. Can't
No.
get those copyright
Yeah.
strikes.
but honestly, like that's the biggest thing for me this past week. Big news.
That's pretty
So,
sick, though.
Next week's I'll have stuff to talk about, how it's gone,
Hell yeah.
if I'm enjoying it or hating my life. We'll see.
We will see. It'd be hard to know, but who's to say what's fair to say and what not
Yeah.
to say?
I'm getting my gym membership this week, by the way.
Oh, you
So
are?
get on it.
Do you think I should get on it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get on it.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive.
The issue is you live so far away.
But if I get the black card, I was looking at it. If I
You
get the
can
black card, I
use
can
it
go to
anywhere.
wherever
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah.
I'll probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
That way, if like I'm trying to go to the gym or something and you're not there, because I'm trying to get a little bit of like active lifestyle going. I don't want to run on the cardio. That's not my thing. But I'll go to the gym and lift a little bit maybe.
Yeah. Up at Clayton Park, you kind of have to get the black card because it's like the downstairs has like minuscule stuff and then the upstairs has all of the workout equipment and the black
Right.
card is the only one that can go upstairs.
Oh,
But it's worth it because then I can train anywhere. And I think the difference is $10
It's
to
$10.
$20.
Yeah, per month.
Yeah, like
That's not bad.
$20 is the full membership.
Yeah,
Which
not
is
bad.
so cheap.
It's so cheap. $20 for a full membership. It's $120 a year. I might just go buy a full.
Like someone
membership.
can
Yeah,
correct
that's like a drop in the
someone
bucket.
can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Good Life is like $74 a month.
It is.
So
It's
2 months at Good,
expensive.
3 months at Good Life is a year at
Yeah.
For less.
Fit for Less.
Is
Yeah.
Wow.
Fit for Less, is the Clayton Park one 247?
I think so. Yeah.
They all are.
I
I
mean,
think.
we
Which
love
is great
that.
because I'm gonna be working out at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, well, given the shift cycle that I have, like being able to go out either early mornings or like after work would be ideal for
It's
me.
just gonna be hilarious to walk in there and see like one dude who's clearly on steroids, like big as heck,
Hammering it.
and then
just
you're
like-
gonna look over in the corner and there's gonna be a crackhead just running on a treadmill, and he's gonna be like, "Woo!" Welcome to Halifax at 3 a.m., baby.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say before we whatever we continue off on next, just the thought process of like the activity and stuff going into fall/winter. Still really interested in getting into a dodgeball league, my guys.
Hell yeah. I don't know when I would play though. Is the
That's
only thing.
I respect
It
that.
has to
I
be-
might just do it myself.
Yeah, I mean, don't wait out on me for that. I would join if it's after 7
Sure.
on like a Tuesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday,
of
Thursday,
course.
Friday,
Yeah.
whenever.
Yeah.
I would join, but I would just have to be after my work schedule.
Yeah,
If it wasn't, I couldn't. It
That
would
makes
be
sense.
worth.
Well, maybe I'll look into it and
Yeah,
give some,
definitely look
give
into it
some
because
info.
I would join.
Cool.
With 100% force and
The
accuracy.
issue is finding one.
Yeah.
Also, I've learned that my shoulder doesn't hold up well when throwing dodgeballs, so we'll see.
My shoulder's a bit mangled too, to be honest, with disc golf. Like I didn't have my form right out of the gate, and it sort of ended up resulting in me sort of blowing out my shoulder a little bit early because I was trying to just. You got to understand with disc golf, like it is like 90% form, 10% muscle, right? You
That
don't
makes
muscle the disc
sense.
over. You really don't. It's all just like learning at what sort of angle to throw and keeping things into a flat release, and just a little flick on the wrist at the end is going to get you a long way.
Yeah.
If you want to power bomb like 300 feet, you're going to have to like put some effort into it. But the majority of that's going to be like form. So before I had my form, I thought it was just like, man, these guys are just muscling their arms over. Not the case. So my shoulder is still mangled. Has been for like 3 months.
I went from 8 years of basketball to getting a bad shoulder injury at work back to like 4 years of basketball. And now I'm like, if I throw a dodgeball more than 3 times, I'm like, okay, I'm good for the week.
It's just the all-encompassing force.
Yeah.
And the rotation.
Well,
rotation
dodgeball's like
over.
very like straight over. Like
Yeah.
you're not accurate if you don't go like perfectly straight.
Yeah.
So
And that rotation kills me too.
yeah, it messes me up pretty good. I'd still do it. It'd be like if it was a once a week thing, I may have to go once every 2 weeks thing.
Yeah. Or like keep it easy. You know what I mean?
Or like if I start going to the gym and my shoulder starts feeling better, maybe we can get into it because like if I strengthen
Let's
it,
look
it might
into
be
that. Let's
better.
check that out. It'd be dope to do an ice and bean pod team or something like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my god, that actually
That'd
be
be
pretty
legit.
cool.
We
Yeah,
could
I'd
have
start cycling
uniforms.
too.
Yeah. We'll get my wife is going to get a cricket for her birthday. She knows about this, so I'm not spoiling. But there's definitely some sick iron-on
For those
T-shirts shenanigans.
who don't know what a cricket is, can you describe what this piece of tech is?
So a cricket is. Do you know what a cricket is?
No, you
No?
told me that yesterday,
Okay.
and I had to Google it to know what you were
Got
talking
you.
about.
So a cricket is like. Do you know what a CNC machine is?
No.
Okay. so basically, CNC machines are like. CNC machines come in like many different formats, so it's not the best way to explain it. But basically, all that it is it's like a 3D, like a 2-dimensional surface, and like a laser, or a knife or a cutting wheel moves around on top of the 3D surfaces, and cuts things out of different mediums really accurately. So the cricket does the same thing. So what you do is you put a sheet of vinyl in the cricket, and like, let's say we wanted a T-shirt to say hashtag ice and bean pod.
Okay.
You would form it out in like a 2-dimensional CAD like software, and then you send it to the printer, and you put whatever medium you want in. If you want like, brown or blue or whatever, you just get that particular iron on film, and you send it in. And it just literally, there's a rolling die that goes trim, 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 cuts out the thing, sends you on your way. Then you take that, it's sticky on the backside, stick it onto your T-shirt, iron it, and it just sticks right on the T-shirt.
I'm mad.
You're done like
I
that.
just went to silence my phone because it was on vibrate, and I
Sag.
clicked it twice by mistake, and it went on sound, and it was like, boo-doo. So if you heard that, that's me being an idiot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, that's actually really cool.
It's really cool though, because you can also like print with a printer, print stuff for stickers, and you print it right onto the sticker medium.
Freaking sucker for stickers.
Me too. Print it right onto the sticker medium, and then cut them out with the cricket. Game
really
changer.
Cool.
It's pretty sick.
Am I hearing
Flex.
merch?
Maybe one day.
Question mark?
Maybe one day.
Oh, spicy.
Maybe.
That'd be actually really freaking cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, we went to Dilly Dally.
Let's,
oh boy.
So Dilly Dally, let me just clarify right now. Okay.
Mhm.
Let me just look you in the eye when I say this.
Clarify. They're not going to see this
if-
part because
if-
we'll have to cut it off at like 8 minutes. But
Let's
let's look him in the eye anyway.
I'm not
for
looking
the, for
you
the,
in the
for
eye,
the
I guess.
fervor.
pretend I'm looking you in the eye.
For the fervor.
If you work at Dilly Dally,
Nope. That's a no.
what?
If you work at Dilly Dally.
Just turn off the video right now.
Okay. Oh, turn it off. Okay, that checks out. That checks out. I thought you were coming at them hard on the
No,
podcast.
not hard, but like I didn't like it that much.
Me neither.
So I'm sorry to upset you. I don't want to like listen, where we're just starting, I don't want to like ruin any ties with any shops in the city, but like bruh, if I don't like your coffee, I'm just gonna tell it how it is. That doesn't mean no one likes your coffee. That
Yeah.
just means I don't.
Well,
like
I mean, we showed
and
up
I
there.
definitely have the worst taste in the world because I'm ruined by ice caps. So
All right.
like, yeah.
Let's fill the format, guys.
Shall we unpack?
begin? Now, I do we want to end on a good note? And yeah, I'm gonna go first.
No,
So-
I think we should end on a good note.
on a good note.
Yeah,
for
I feel like you compliment sandwich, right?
sure. Yeah. So I'm gonna be real with you guys, and if you know me, sorry, playing footsies with Colton.
It was hot.
I'm jealous.
If you know me, you know. Wow. If you know me, you know that I am pretty honest.
Vaguely.
True.
So we went in, and first problem that I have is that there's nowhere to sit inside. It's all served outside on this weird back sort of veranda style thing. Half of it's on a deck, half of it's in the parking lot in the back. And like, it's a vibe, and people are here for that patio vibe for just grabbing a coffee. And I get that, and I understand that. So like, the vibe check won't be as harsh because it was pretty nice. Like,
Yeah.
it was reasonable.
Yeah.
But I got literally they advertised their cold brew. I asked for an iced coffee. It got iced cold brew, 2 milk, 2 sugar. Didn't want too heavy cream. And it was over extracted, sour, and really acidic. It felt like I was taking a shot of vodka every time I had a sip.
Yeah. It was
The sugar and the milk did not come through. I came back to the apartment here with the guys, and I got like 3 or 4 more teaspoons of sugar and stirred it in, and it was in the form of simple syrup as well, so it wasn't like granulated sugar. It was 1-to-1 simple, and so I put 4 in. Still couldn't get any sweetness to balance the acidity and the acridity of the coffee. It was just not good. I'm so sorry in advance for this rating, because I definitely think that I went back today, and so I'm going to soften up my rating a little bit, because I went back today and I got their iced coffee again, and it wasn't as bad, but still not bad. So I'm going to give the rating based off of the experience that I had today. It's a 4.
It's a 4.
It's a 4 for me.
Oh boy.
Because
That's
it wasn't
low.
because it's doable. It's like at the end of the day, could I drink that coffee and could it be functional enough to give me the caffeine jitters that I need
That's rough.
in order to push my day through?
It's-
Yes, functionally it's going to work, but I would not order another one.
It's rough
Period.
that you
Yep.
upped your rating today
Yes.
and it went up to a 4.
To a 4.
Oh,
It was if
God.
I would have just went in hot on yesterday, it would have been much worse than that.
Really?
But I'm not going to say, because we're going off of today's coffee, and it's still not good. It's just not that good.
I respect
Fair.
the choice to go with today's
Fair.
over.
Yeah. If you are going to make cold brew, how are you going to do it? First of all, are you brewing it cold from a bag, from a satchel, or are you making hot coffee
And
and
then
then
chilling
chilling
it,
it?
which-
That's arguably the right way,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yep. I agree.
Coffee satchels, first of all, they're not commercialized, so it's not going to be good. But
True.
it's just not going to be good. So, brew your coffee, chill it down, but make sure you got the right bean flavor profile that's going to work with an iced coffee, because I'm sure that coffee is good hot, but having something hot versus cold in the same medium is just simply going to provide you with different flavor. And there's nothing that I can do to make this any better than a 4.
Yeah. If you're going
I can't even
for-
justify it. Like, I've tried many times, because
Yep.
I really didn't like the service was really nice. They gave you your total before they give you your tip option, which was really nice. They're like, hey, it's $10.12. Do you want to add a tip? So yeah, I'll add $1. No problem. Whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's a coffee shop. You don't need tip big at a coffee shop, in my opinion. IMO. But that being said, I really, honestly did not feel good about the coffee.
Yeah. No, that's a completely fair rating.
And like even
Yep.
today, like my beverage is sitting with 5 sips taken out of it, 3 from me and 1 from each of the guys. It's sitting over there, and I'm debating whether or not I'm going to drink it.
Staring at us menacingly.
It really is. It's like observing us.
Yeah, and the straw is soft.
Can I just put
straws.
this out there?
Yeah.
I understand the issues with plastic straws. I really do. I dated someone who literally studied this issue.
Mm-hmm.
I hate paper straws
Mm-hmm.
so much.
Can I?
Paper straws ruin coffee for me.
Me too. Quick sidebar.
No,
So
let's go for it.
Here's the thing.
Full sidebar.
So I
Oh,
wanna-
also, sorry to interrupt.
please go ahead.
I use metal straws.
Me too.
Just to
Love metal
clarify,
straws.
I don't use plastic straws if I can avoid it.
Give me a plastic straw. I'm here for it.
Yep.
Here's the thing. No, here's the thing. The fact that we don't have plastic straws is not the fault of the restaurants. It is the fault of our waste disposal system.
Oh,
Because there are plastic cups and plastic cutlery, plastic straws, the whole 9 yards that are absolutely biodegradable, but can only be absorbed back into the earth, if that's how you want to say it, if your garbage is turned over twice a year. Our garbage is, and this may have changed, so forgive me if I'm incorrect, but how I understand it is that if your garbage is only turned over once a year, that this particular style of plastic that this accoutrement is being styled in, whatever,
right.
words are hard, like it just doesn't work because we can't flip our garbage over more. Like I understand that it's an expense to turn your garbage over twice a year instead of once a year, and that all we technically need to do, but there are all of these biodegradable straws and plastics and products that are available to be recycled in that same way, and they can't be because we won't turn our garbage over. And that to me is very frustrating because like that paper straw has been in it's 3:06 right now. I got that probably at like 12:45, so it's probably only been in there 20 minutes and now it's just absolutely wrecked.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah,
Tim
it
Hortons.
sucks. And don't
Calling
get-
you out specifically.
Yeah, Sag.
Ice caps with paper straws.
Not
you're,
fun.
You're silly.
Now, there are higher quality paper straws.
For sure.
I
The
got
small,
shout
the
out.
small hard ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they also. So here's the craziest thing. I found like large bore, really high quality straws. Vernon's in Hammond's Plains by the disc golf place that I'm trying to get you to go to. The one with the car over top of it.
Yep.
It has wonderful milkshakes. Try them; they're incredible. They make them the old school way with the actually like the hard serve ice cream.
Nice.
And they blend it all up, and it's delicious. So mint chocolate chip. Shout out mint chocolate chip. But they have wide bore straws, and it was a really great experience. The whole milkshake, I drank it over like 45 minutes. Had zero straw problems.
Fair.
Nice.
Anyway,
All right.
sorry for that tangent. Back
All
to
right,
it.
so-
So I'm gonna stick with the 4.
Yep.
That just really burns my britches that we can, but we don't because there's a marginal cost added. Anyway, I'm going to stick with the 4 because it really didn't taste good to me. I'm sorry. I do have some other information after we finish our ratings I'll talk about. But
Yeah, let's go for
Fair.
it. All right.
how did you feel, Colton?
I got a iced latte with a hazelnut shot
Right.
because I like sweet things. It wasn't that good. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It wasn't that sweet. It wasn't, I don't know. It kind of tasted like the latte wouldn't have been good even without the hazelnut too. So I'm going to give it a 5.
Ooh.
Yeah,
We're on the
like,
low side here,
like,
but,
and the worst
honestly.
part is I'm being like, I just don't want to be mean.
Yeah.
Like 5 is my nice rating.
Yeah. 5 is trying to save face. I get that. I feel the same way too, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not as nice as you.
Mm.
I'm ruthless.
But
Yeah.
no, 5 for it. I don't know. It was okay.
Yep.
Our ratings that are coming up are going to explain why I think it's a 5 also, because I had an issue with the price.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
yeah.
Yep.
So, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel here, because Drake, you had a fairly positive experience.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did.
Yep.
I think you might have be coming at it too soon with a light at the end of the tunnel.
No,
Like the cappuccino was fine.
Poor Dilly Dally.
yeah.
Out of the spectrum of the drinks that I had from both of you guys and mine was definitely the best,
Right.
in my opinion.
This is the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yay. It's so dark still.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Like, it was just fine. It did the trick. They offered 2 different sizes, which I respect. The price point
They
was
do
okay,
not
which we'll
offer
get
2
to.
different sizes in the ice drink.
No, they were all of their ice beverages were like, this is the size.
Also,
that comes
they're
in.
not that big.
No, 16 ounces is the amount.
Yeah, should be 20. But
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
Absolutely,
my
should be.
opinion. It should be that
is
size,
that?
right? That's 20. They should be.
That's going to drip all over you, Dad.
I believe that the largest should be 20 ounces.
I think it's more. I think it's more than 20.
We can look at that.
Yeah.
While
You
I'm
guys,
chatting.
you can talk about that. I'll figure it out.
But yeah, you know what? It was totally fine. Like decent coffee flavor, decent mix of the balance between the milk and all that kind of stuff. But like at the end of the day, like it was a fine cappuccino.
Yeah. Give it a rating.
I'm going to rate this cappuccino at a 5.5.
Oh, it's not that shining bright.
Yeah, it was a 5.5.
Ooh,
Like that's where it's at.
sad.
Like I've definitely in the course of this podcast have had ones that are way better.
What's a
Way better.
flow or an FL ounce? Is that
That's a fluid.
fluid?
Yeah.
It's 17 fluid ounces in that.
17 fluid ounces. So there's no possible way. So that the cups that we're
That's what
drinking
it
have
says.
to be.
That's what it says.
The cups that we're drinking have to be. Oh geez, at least 8 ounces instead, because that's about half the size of that. Would you say?
No, I would say that's 10, 12.
Maybe 10, 12. Yeah, definitely not 16 though.
No.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's a nice spot.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty.
it's
you're
a very
it's a nice
cute
spot.
you're in an
area.
active place, so if you like people watching, it's a
Yep.
good place to go.
Yep. I
Hell
think
yeah.
it's one of those newer staples to the area for sure. I don't know how long they've been on Quinpool for, but I'd like to imagine in comparison to places like the Ardmore and that kind of stuff that they haven't been around that long.
No. They weren't there last summer, I don't think.
It's quite possible.
It doesn't like I drove that street a lot.
Shall I fact check?
I would fact check
the
it.
facts?
Yeah, check
I'll
the
check
facts. Why the hell not? But
Yeah.
I'll start and I'll give them my vibe. Let's
Yeah,
have a
go for
vibe
it.
check. Here we go. It was beautiful. Like the colors were bright. The service was really nice. They get your name for the cup, call you by your name. It was not fast, but I don't necessarily think handcrafted drinks should be. They did also have to make a sandwich for me. So it was not fast from start to finish, and the lineup was long. You can only serve one client at a time. I get that. There were no interior seats to sit at and enjoy. So, and I get that there's definitely a COVID element, and that they're sort of hanging on to the curb style pickup sort of situation, maybe a little bit longer than I think they should, but that's fine. I think the patio was nice. The tables and chairs were clean. Like there were it was a pretty sunny day, so they had their umbrellas up. They didn't have them up today because it was really windy and quite cool, so you didn't have to worry about too much heat. So they didn't have them out, which was kind of nice. It opened up the space a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's just like half of a veranda and then a parking lot that they're putting tables and chairs in. So if I were to summon a vibe check, I would give it a 7.
7.
Yeah, it was okay. Wait was a little long. Lineup was a little long. There's opportunity to serve more than one person at a time, I think.
You're nicer than me.
Yeah, I am being nicer on this particular element because I want to give them a little bit more credit. But I definitely think that 7 is the sort of the overall maximum that I'm willing to consider.
Fair.
What did you think?
I don't know. It was like a 6.
A 6.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the like curbside pickup. Just because like standing on a sidewalk waiting to get a coffee is not as ideal.
Yeah.
And like the seating out back looked nice. But considering the fact that it seems like they're really busy, they're kind of lacking on the seating because there was like, what would you say, like 6 tables?
Yeah.
So that's not a lot.
I think there were, when I went today, they must set them up depending on the day, which doesn't make any sense to set up all your tables. But I would say there might have been 4 tables today.
Like, I'm not a business owner, so I don't know how to capitalize on like, space ratio to like what you put there.
Yeah.
But like you're on a super busy street. I feel like more seating is going to benefit you obviously because then people sit down and then, they drink their coffee and they're like, oh, maybe I want a snack. And then they buy a snack and then you make extra money from that same customer or whatever.
Maybe they go back for a refill.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Lower echelon. Like outside patios are nice, but usually you have an outside patio and an inside vibe. This just had an outside patio.
Just an outside
patio.
patio. It was very limited.
What did I say? A 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only really give it that just because it's like you're missing a whole portion of it that I enjoy, which is sitting inside.
Yeah, me too.
And I understand that, like I say, that is their thing. Like they don't have an inside seating place. Like
there's space inside for one.
Is there?
Yeah,
I thought that there was just I thought it was just a kitchen.
No. There is space inside to use it. They've just opened up the windows and turned it into kind of a drive-through vibe.
Well, then, no.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
What about you?
I just wanted to confirm the fact check on the how long they've been there, and I can find absolutely nothing about when they were established. Not on their website, not on Facebook. So that's peculiar that you don't talk about when you became a business on your own website. But like, that's fine. It's neither here nor there. My vibe checking the vibe. Love the pop of color on Quinpool.
For sure.
It's super cool. I love the bright building. I basically in complete agreement with everything else that you guys have said so far about the seating and what they could be doing versus how they are doing things. There's definitely a lot that could be changed that would make it a better experience, I think, overall for everybody. So for all of those thoughts, it's probably going to be a 7 for me.
Yeah.
For the vibe.
No, that's fair. I think 7's a fair number. Like, it's good. It's just not great.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a cool spot.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, it's a cool spot.
Yeah.
I think they're fairly new. If not, they are, like 90% of their operating time is in the middle of a pandemic. So they're probably newer and not getting it right. Like, I wish we could fact check the age, but it's not a normal post kind of thing, right? So
yeah. And I mean, they seem to be
Instagram.
Popular though.
Yeah, there's a lot of good reviews.
like we sit here and we give a bad review, but that doesn't mean anything in the long run.
Well, we showed up yesterday and there was
so
20 plus people waiting to
a
go
lot of
in.
people
So
ready to go. Like, it's not that it's.
Can we get to the price one though? Because that's kind of where.
That's where things go real bad.
That's where things ramp up hard.
Things are getting real.
Like,
spicy.
I gave you a 5 on your flavor. You're like, oh shit, that's not good. It gets worse.
Why don't you? I would be happy to let you take this one.
Sure.
Away
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not going to. I'm going to say this right now. I agree with everything Colton's about to say.
So I got a 10-ounce drink, and I believe it was. I'm gonna just be generous because I think it was more, but I think I paid $6.50 for my iced latte that I did not enjoy, and there was nowhere to sit.
Absolutely.
And there was a paper straw that melted in 20 seconds. And the coffee was not good.
Nope.
And I was very sad.
Mm-hmm.
And you hurt my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you like a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
On the dollars. Well, I'm paying.
That's right.
If I'm going to pay almost $7 for a latte, I want it to be reasonably sized.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
And like just enjoyable. And I'm not getting any of those elements here. Like,
no.
I don't know. Like, it just seems like you're paying a lot for very little. So
I absolutely agree with you. And just for purposes of listeners, like so when we talk about our worth it scale, which is what we're looking at when we're talking about our money, the more dollar signs, it's like looking at a menu on Yelp and seeing $5 signs and thinking that's expensive. So it's kind of the same thing. The more dollar signs, the worse it is for you. Mm-hmm. So $9 signs out of 10 is like, this is maximum price point for, and it, it's totally subjective, obviously, but it's maximum price point basically for least amount of experience and flavor.
Yep.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna go 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
8.5.
I don't want to land on a 9, but my beverage was trash. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, not sorry. It's one of those situations. But I really strongly disliked my beverage. I struggled to drink it. You should not have to struggle to drink a double-double.
No.
In any capacity.
No.
In any capacity. So anyway, I struggled to drink it. 8.5. Honestly, like, the iced coffee is, I think, I went back today because I mentioned earlier, but I wanted to give it a fair shot. Maybe they just had a bad day or a bad brew. Not the case. It's a little bit better today, but yesterday's would have been like, I wasn't going to give it a rating, but I was looking at like a 1 or a 2 yesterday because I could not finish it. I dumped it out.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish it. Like, I had to struggle to drink it after adding more sugar. Like, you can add sugar to anything and it's going to taste reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
But I dumped it out.
I feel like I should just clarify because, like, maybe we get new fans. They see this episode first, whatever. These two are more of a connoisseur of coffee type, and I am like base level, very generic. Like, you just invite your friend over for coffee and you're like, we're going to this shop, and he's like, I don't really drink coffee, but I'll go. Like, my opinion is that. So when I rate really harshly, it's just because maybe I just don't like the coffee. You know what I mean?
But it's also natural. It's more, in my opinion, the reason why I think it's valuable to have your expressions here is because, like, it's a very bare bones, like, is it good or bad? Like, you're not looking for anything to be funny. Like, there's much more of a general, just like, sort of, what's the word? Like, adolescence to your rating, which is I think valuable because you're honestly just saying, hey, face value. I'm here trying to pick it apart with my brain and look at every different type of avenue to give this thing a positive rating, and it's just like, am I going to walk in, be like, yeah, I'll take one of those, and then get a good enough experience? I think there's value to that too, because there are people out there who don't want to hear our end of this.
But I like it when we line up on things, because it's like, okay, even the people who understand what they're talking about is like, yeah, this was trash.
It was an 8.5 for me. What about you, Drake?
Oh boy.
Ooh, boy.
So I just had to double check because I couldn't remember how much I paid, so I just had to double check.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it. Did I buy something else other than the cappuccino?
Yes. Yeah,
you bought a cinnamon bun.
Oh, I did
donut.
the donut. Yeah, that's right. So
how much was it?
The total without tip was $7.30.
Right.
Okay.
With tax. So the cappuccino was $4.25 or $4.50 for a 12 ounce.
Right.
Because you can do the two sizes, which I appreciate, the 8 and the 12 ounce option. I think my dollar value to me is gonna be, oh boy, I think I'm on the same page as Matt, and it's gonna be an 8.5.
Yeah.
It's just,
it was expensive.
It's not bad for a cappuccino, but like the enjoyment factor of it just was very low tier. Yeah. It's like, I don't really want to spend that kind of money for that experience.
No. I'm going to be like, just for full disclosure, I got a breakfast sandwich, a cinnamon bun, and a iced coffee, and it totaled about $20 with the tip. And the tip was $1.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So that's why my worth is so high, because it was really just expensive. And I'm so sorry, but the food was pretty bad too. It was. The cinnamon bun was like 3 days old. It was not cakey and delicious. It was stale and gross. The lettuce and I think there was kale was old and wilted and slimy. The avocado presence, like the avocado paste, was barely present, and there was no seasoning on the egg. So I just I hate to be a hater, but
that's rough, though.
It was bad. I tried to eat and power through everything, and I could. And
we'll revisit
I'm not
this
honest.
in a year.
Yeah. Let's bring it back. I want to give them. I want to be nice. This is
hard.
Yeah. It's hard for me to not be nice, but I want to be nice to everybody.
Yep.
Because I think they look cool and they have a great color and a great sort of general ambiance.
There is really great potential there from our experience that just didn't quite hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing too. This might be a hot take.
I'm ready for it.
It might be my take. There's absolutely nothing wrong with our opinions.
No, I don't think so at all.
So, if at worst I'm a consumer that wants to get an iced coffee, at best I'm somebody who's drank a lot and understands how the machine works and is looking for certain, things to present in the espresso and flavors and extractions and things like that. I'm looking for that.
Yep.
Right. So at best that's me. At worst I'm still a consumer. My time wasn't that great.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that being a thing.
Nope, not at all.
Right.
I
go and try it for yourself. The time might be a little bit better. And if you do, let us know on our socials at Ice and Beam Pod at Twitter. And of course you can follow us on Instagram at Ice and Beam Pod. Shout us out, give us a like, let us know where you want us to go. This was actually a recommendation from a very close friend, so shout out. You know who you are.
Sorry.
I'm not going to oust you.
Sorry, we roasted your recommendation.
I talked to her today. She knows it's coming.
That's very rough.
But I would rather go somewhere that people who are going to listen might be interested in. There are lots of great shops that we have in store, but we'll prioritize the ones that you want us to go to.
Yep.
So shout us out, like and subscribe on YouTube. Drive that algorithm for us.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's where we'll leave it. I'd open it up to you guys to see if you guys have any final remarks.
I was just gonna say, off that point of the experiences and stuff, we've gone to 4 cafes in Halifax, which is barely scratched the surface on how many there are in the city,
Yeah.
like not every single one of them is going to be a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to do, is to sort that out and to
Yep.
find the hidden gems, or the ones that I've been kicking it hard since the beginning. And also the ones that might not be as great as they look.
Absolutely. Well, anything you want to finish with?
Someday we're gonna do Tim Hortons, and that's when I'm gonna give my 10 rating.
Stop.
All right.
You're not allowed. All right, guys, that's it for us. Now, the last little piece of information I want to shout out is that my wife, now that we're off the coffee train again, my wife got an iced chai tea latte that was unbelievable. If I could give that a rating and have it matter here today, it would be different.
Where
So
was it?
this is at Dilly Dally.
Okay.
So don't not go because of hearing my review on this coffee. Go and try it out and let us know your honest opinion.
Yeah.
You'll see some
Yeah.
Instagram posts come up. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. If you go and you had a good experience, tell us about it. We want to know.
Love to hear
Yeah.
it.
Yep. If you've been to any of the places we've been to already, tell us what your thoughts were. Tell us what you got. We would love to hear about it.
Yeah, shoot us a direct message. Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But that's it for us today. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate you. If you've listened this far, have a fantastic week, and we will see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.